a cloud by day and a cloud which is a chariot by day and a fiery chariot at night. And we followed them. When it moved, we moved. When it stood still, put up our tents and we was right there. 40 years till all the adults were vanished from amongst us. Then he allowed Joshua and Caleb to make it to the promised land with the children that we had in the wilderness. Look, go to Exodus 23. This is the Most High. That's what he said. Exodus 23 and 20. He said, behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him. He said, beware of him. Don't get it twisted. He said, beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not. We just read he's the what? The destroyer. We read about this in 1 Corinthians 5th chapter. Killed 23,000 in one day. Beware of him, he said, beware of him, and obey his voice. Provoke him not. For he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. Yahweh Shai. Say, for my name is in him. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, gotta hear what he's saying. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, that's why I say the angel was speaking. So the angel have a voice that he's speaking to us. And he's speaking the words of the Most High. It's always been like that. This is nothing new. I mean, you didn't know the New Testament. You know that who came to Joseph and Mary? Gabriel. The angel Gabriel. Uriel came to Ezra. You know. Raphael came to Tobit. So he was sick. Verse 22, but if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies. You hear what he's saying? This is what works. He say, but if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak. So you gotta put the connection together. You hear a voice, but it's the Most High that's speaking. So that voice that is speaking is from the Most High. You gotta hear what he's saying. But if thou indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, so the angel's voice is the Most High's words. That's what Mashiach Shai is what? The word of the Most High. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with the Most High, and the word was a Mashiach Yahweh Shai. The same was in the beginning with the Most High. And he created all things by him as an angel that we read about. That we just read about, gave you the explanation in 1 Corinthians 10th chapter. They had no New Testament. They only had the law and the prophets. Listen, but if thou indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies and an adversary unto thine adversaries. For mine angel shall go before thee and bring you unto the Amorites and the Hittites and the Perizzites and the Canaanites, the Hivites and the Jebusites, and I will cut them off. You hear that? He said he's going to cut them off. I mean, he's going to kill them. Understand this. The same angel that's speaking for the Most High. He always have a messenger. That's what he said. Go to Psalms 104 and 4. Psalms 104 and 4. Who maketh his angels spirits. See, you can say angel and say spirit. He maketh his angels spirits. His ministers a flaming fire. But we know that fire is what? The word of the Most High. We just read that in Jeremiah 23 and 9, right? So the angels, like he said, obey his voice, obey the angel's voice, which is the word or the words of the Most High. So, this is what we got to look at and operate under. Look at Exodus. Here he is again. Exodus 3. Exodus 15 and 6. Thy right hand, O Most High, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Most High, have dashed in pieces the enemies. I mean, it can't get no clearer than that. Who's on the right hand side of the Most High? If I might ask. Jumping on to verse 12. Thou stretchest out thy right hand, the earth swallows them. Thou stretchest forth thy right hand, the earth swallow them up. See, the Most High, we just read how his angels are on this earth waiting on the commandment of the Most High to do his will. Look at Acts 2 and 33. Let's read verse 32 so you know what it's talking about. This is Mashiach Yahushai, Acts 2, 32 and 33. This is Mashiach Yahushai had the Most High raised him up on the third day, whereof we all are witnesses. Watch him walk the earth for 40 days. Verse 33. Therefore, being by the right hand of the Most High, where he came from, exalted, and having received of the Father the promise of the Holy Spirit, he hath shed forth this which ye now see and hear. That's why he prayed the prayer in Matthew 17. I believe it's Matthew 17 and 5. It says, while he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, this is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased, hear ye him. Just like he just told us in Exodus. We better hear him. We already know he's called a destroyer. Say, hear ye him. And when the disciples heard it, they fell on their face and were so afraid. And Mashiach came and touched them and said, arise and be not afraid. See. So now, go to John 17. He didn't just become his son in the flesh. He was his son already. Now I challenge you. I ask you, what angel was called the son of the Most High? The Most High said, that's my son. I'm his father. What angel? I ain't got no answer yet. So Mashiach said this in St. John 17:5. And now, O Father, glorify thou me. This is a prayer he's praying before he left this earth. He said, and now, O Father, glorify thou me with thine own self, with the glory which I had with thee before, not after, but before the world was. Because he's the first creation of the Most High. In Revelation 3 and 14. This is what the Most High did first. Revelation 3 and 14. That's why the Bible's a puzzle. And it's like, it's sad that we as a people have been programmed not to read, not to want to study. See, when you keep something from us, you put it in a book. This is the best book you can ever have, the Bible. Revelation 3:14. And unto the angel of the church of the Laodiceans write, these things said the Mashiach, the Most High. May no amen. The faithful and true witness. And I say that because that's an Egyptian god. The faithful and true witness. Show me what Mashiach said his name is that. Or the Most High said his name is that. He said, my name is his name. Didn't you just say that? His name is in my name. Like our name is in the Most High's name. Yah, Shar Allah. They added that in there. The faithful and true witness, the beginning of the creation of the Most High. You see? He's the beginning of the creation of the Most High. That's why in the beginning, Genesis 1:1 says, Elohim created the heaven and the earth. The Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua created the heaven and the earth. The earth was void, without form. And he used the Mashiach Yahushua to start creating. His right hand. See, he's on the right hand side of the Most High. His right hand here. Been the right hand. Look at Psalm 78 and 49. Psalm 78 and 49. We're looking at the Most High tonight. Psalm 78 and 49. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation and trouble by sending evil angels among them. You know? By sending evil angels among them. See? On these Egyptians. He made a way through his anger. He spared not their soul from death, but gave their life over to the pestilence, and smote all the firstborn in Egypt, the chief of their strength in the tabernacles of Ham, the land of Ham. The Egyptians, so-called Africans, are from the lineage of Ham. Like we're from the lineage of Shem. But made his own people to go forth like sheep, and guided them in the wilderness like a flock. And he led them on safety so that they feared not. But the sea overwhelmed the enemies. Remember the sea, the Red Sea was opened up? And when Pharaoh and his chariots tried to go across to get us, put us back in captivity again, the Most High closed the Red Sea on them. And their bodies went up to the shore. We seen all this. 10 plagues the Most High put upon the Egyptians, and we were safe in Goshen. Nothing happened to us. Nothing. That wasn't good enough for us. I mean, all the things that you think about that the Most High have done for us until this day, and we still don't appreciate it enough. Jump up to verse 43. How he had wrought his signs in Egypt and his wonders in the field of Zoan. Turned rivers and had turned their rivers into blood and their floods that they could not drink. He sent diverse sorts of flies among them. We've seen all this. Witness all this. Nothing happened to us. Like he said, he's going to save us in time of trouble. But it's going to be something that's going to go through what we just read in 2 Ezra 16. That's why I say better for you to be cold or hot. You be lukewarm, he's going to spew you out of his mouth. That's the indignation of the Most High. He sent diverse sorts of flies among them, which devoured them. Imagine flies killing you. You're dying from flies. And frogs, which destroyed them. Frogs destroyed them. He gave also their increase unto the caterpillar, and their labor unto the locusts, eating up everything. He destroyed their vines with hail, and their sycamore trees with frost. He gave up their cattle also to the hail, and their flocks to hot thunderbolts. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation, and trouble by sending evil angels among them. Remember, the angels, they not going to transgress the commandment of the Most High. They going to do exactly what he wants them to do. Every single time. Amos 3 and 6. Hopefully you hear enough to fear the Most High. If not, then hey. When he visits you, you can't be talking about, oh, Most High, boy, oh, please save me. You're going to call him then. When he visits you. Because he knows how you feel. How you been feeling. That's why I keep telling you got to change. Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city? That alarm you hear in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Most High have not done it? But see, the Most High is righteous. But evil in the city, because why? Let's find out why. One reason why, the most reason why. Second Ezra 15. And so like that Bible is finished. Salakia. Second Ezra 15 and 18. Second Ezra 15, 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. All the arrogancy that's in this world, this city's going to be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. Mind their sword is guns. They come into people's houses with the gun and spoil their goods, robbing people for whatever they have. Because of the lack of bread, lack of food, and great tribulation. But why? Verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. Hear that? That's coming, y'all. Martial law and wars in the streets. Every man hand against his neighbor. But he said, go to Isaiah 13. Let's look at verse 3. I have commanded my sanctified ones, the Most High saying. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. Oh yeah. Them that rejoice in the Most High highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Most High power of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. Remember, he's a man of war. He loves warfare. What do you do in war? You strategize how you're going to kill someone. Bring down the enemy. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, into this earth. Even the Most High and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the land. Say, how ye, for the day of the Most High is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. And the Mashiach Yahushua is bringing it. According to the power of the Most High. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Remember, men gonna be afraid. And they shall be afraid. Can't get no clearer than that. Plagues and sorrows shall take hold on them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth, like a woman having them contractions when she having a baby. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames, red as can be. And the fire from all the soot and all that stuff gonna be coming within your environment or wherever you are, making your face look like flames. Behold, the day of the Most High coming cruel. You hear that? Both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Those that's breaking his law, saying, we ain't under the law, we the mercy and grace, you gonna be put to death. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. What do you think destroy mean? Ain't no love and happiness. I don't think so. He said, I'm gonna destroy you. That's why I'm here to warn you. For the stars of heaven and celebrities and all those that think they up there in this particular world of wickedness, and the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The stars in the sky. Because of all the destruction that's going to be happening. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Hear what he said? It's going to be so much soot and black smoke and dust and destruction in the air. You ain't going to see no sun, no moon, no stars, nothing. And I will punish the world for their evil. Hear what he said? You're going to punish this world for the evil that's in the world, and the wicked for their iniquity. You ain't getting by this. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. We said the city's going to be destroyed. Why? Because of the pride that's in people. Arrogancy. Thinking they all that. Even the, he said he hate a poor man that's prideful. But even the poor people prideful. Because you Edomanize. You just like the pride of the most prideful people that's on the earth. That's Esau and the Edomites. Or else, who is it that painted the Most High to be themselves? Who is that painted Mashiach Yahushua to be themselves? You can't get no more prideful than that. And they're the ones that killed Mashiach Yahushua. He said, I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. So I will make a man more precious than fine gold. We're going to be dipped in the fiery furnace. We're learning how to be precious as fine gold right now. Even a man in the golden wedge of Ophir, that's the best gold. The gold of Ophir, that's the best gold. Therefore will I shake the heavens. Hear what he's saying? He going to shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place. You ready for this? Stop this from happening. In the wrath of the Most High power of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. You better ask somebody. Go to Revelation 7, chapter 1st verse. This was happening. After these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth. So you got 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the winds, the 4 winds of the earth, holding back the destruction that the Most High just said he's going to bring on this earth. So these angels are holding this back now, that the wind should not blow. That's just nuclear destruction that we can think of now. But that destruction that's coming on this earth, that that wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth. You hear that? These angels were given the power to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea. They're holding the earth right now on these 4 corners of the earth. 4 winds of the earth, 4 corners of the earth. Saying, hurt not the earth, nor the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their forehead. Right? Is in their minds. The servants of the Most High in our minds. That's why it's only a certain amount of time that you're going to hear this. Well, you got to get it while it's be gotten. Gonna come a time that you ain't gonna be able to get this. You better be knowing this. It's gotta be in you. But it's in you. You ain't got to open up the book to know. You're going to know enough to know to make it. You think they can't do the same thing they did before? Better wake up. Look. It's coming. His wrath is coming, y'all. Look at Revelation 6 and 12. It says, and I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal of destruction, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. You see that? And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casts her untimely figs. Now, these are the stars, the movie stars, the celebrities, and so forth. All you that think you all that in this wicked world, you say you're going to fall from heaven. Heaven is right on the earth. Condition right here on this earth. Fell into the earth. Even as a fig tree casts her untimely figs. Shake a fig tree and all the figs fall off. When she is shaken of a mighty wind. When the wind comes to shake a fig tree, that's how they're going to be dying. And the heaven departed as a scroll. This is like nuclear destruction. You look at how they dropped the bomb on Nagasaki and Hiroshima in Japan. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. And every mountain and island were moved out of their places. You see? I got a scroll back here. You can look at how that scroll back there. See how that's rolled together? That's how it's going to be. That's a nuclear bomb. That we can say now. And heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. And every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and the rocks, follow us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb, the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Which one of y'all gonna be able to stand when it's come? It's coming. It's coming. It's all being prepared now. Deuteronomy 7 and 10. Ain't no way you can hide. You can't hide from the sky, can you? Where can you hide that you're going to come out of the ground or wherever you're hiding? And there's not going to be a sky there. Deuteronomy 7 and 10. And repay them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face. As we read. Read it to you again. Deuteronomy 7 and 10. And repay them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. We're talking about the Most High, y'all. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. And repay them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. And he will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face. So don't worry about it. Who is it that hate him? We know this. Psalms the 83rd chapter. Keep not thou silent, O Most High. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Most High. For lo, thine enemies, This is what he's talking about? What is he going to pay the enemies to their face? For lo, thine enemies make a turmoil, and they that hate thee, and you say you're going to pay them that hate him to their face? And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. What you think lift up the head mean? Pride. Remember, the city's going to be troubled because of what? Great pride. Let's read that. Go to 2 Ezra 8. Why you going to be destroying people? That's why you can't be prideful. Inside name is jealous. Your pride supersedes you above the Most High. Listen. 2 Ezra 8 and 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world. Why? because they have walked in great pride. That's why y'all better come off that pride. That's a demon. That's a pride demon. Straight up. He said many miseries gonna happen to a lot of people because they have walked in great pride. What do you think lift up the head mean? Pride. They walking in great pride. You're gonna find out who the first one he named that's lifting up their head in pride. They have taken crafty counsel, verse 3 of Psalms 83rd chapter. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people who are the 12 tribes of Israel, and consulted against thy hidden ones. But most of them didn't know that, and still don't know that they the Israelites. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. It can't be the Jewish people because they call themselves Israelites, you know. So can't be talking about them. It's talking about us, who are the hidden ones, not knowing that we are the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel. They did all this so the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Why people mostly call ourselves Gentiles. For they have consulted together with one consent. They all in this together. That's why they got the United Nations. One consent. They are confederate against thee. They're confederate against the Most High. Remember what it said? And they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They that hate the Most High lift up their head. That's pride. You know. Now you're going to name them. Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. They're confederate against the Most High. Now you name them. The tabernacles of Edom. Edom represent the aboriginal seed of Esau. Call themselves the Edomites, the so-called white man. And the Ishmaelites, Arabs, Moab, Chinese and Hagarenes, so-called Africans, Gibal, tribe of the Arabs, and Ammon, Japanese, and Amalek. They're the ones who call themselves Jewish today. Esau's illegitimate grandson. Philistines, Moabicans, and the inhabitants of Tyre, Moabicans, Ashur, Syrians, also is joined with them. They are holding to the children of Lot. You see, so these are the enemies and the haters of the Most High, as is read in verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a turmoil, and they that hate thee, hate the Most High, have lifted up their head. You can't say you love him and you can't prove the fact that the Most High is the way you say he looks in the Bible. You paint him in the Bibles. You're going to tell me. I'm going to read what it says. I always show the picture. I'm going to read what it says at the bottom. So you know it says, in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. Genesis 1:1, right?